Alright everyone, I'm here with young Alex. Alex, say hi. Say hello. No, nice and loud. Hello, there we go. So, I'm here with young Alex. So this is pretty cool. I've wanted to do this for a while. Alex's first day at the gym is today. So I've just shown Alex, really briefly, how to do a bench press. I didn't use any words whatsoever aside from I lie down. That was it. I put my hands on this and I did a sit. I just did 4. Nice and slow, nice and steady. And what I want to do is I want to document over time how Alex's progress is going on the bench press and eventually the deadlift, which is over there. So what I'll do is I'll try and document everything as we go, and you can see kind of how I adapt a couple of learning processes. So I haven't actually seen Alex do anything on a bench press yet, so we're going to have a go now. So buddy, do you want to lie down for me, please? And you can just kind of see, you know, actually what's really going on. So lay down for me. Okay, so can you put your feet on the ground? What? On the ground, legs apart. Leg down, leg down. Hang on a second. There we go. So our first hurdle already. Here we go. So two. We keep them on the ground. Is that okay? Okay. Hang on a second. So Michael, pop your hands. So I'm going to get a rough idea of his hand position purely by estimating when the bar is on his chest, whether or not his hands, his middle knuckle is directly over his elbow. That's generally the rule I'll use. Okay, so you ready? Okay, that's all right. Now wait. Okay. Now I want you to come down and touch this. Do that. Yep. Yeah. And now push up to Michael's hands. Good. There we go. Coming down. Go down. Yeah. Try and touch it. Yeah. And now come up. Good stuff, buddy. All the way to the top. Now wait. Down to your heel. Whoa. There. And push. Up. Okay. 2 more. Push. Much better. Good stuff. 1 more. Down. To here, please. And now push. There we go. Good man. Hey, give me 5. Good work. Okay, so there's a couple of things here that we're going to work on if you want to come in. So a couple of things we're going to work on now. So you can probably see as we were coming down, the first thing that Alex was doing, he was waving a little bit. Now you can see Alex has a lazy eye, and that's gonna, because of the crossover of his eyes, it's gonna make it a little difficult for him to focus on where the bar is. So I think one of the first approaches we're gonna have in terms of him learning is me trying to use my hands and giving more of a kinetic feeling of where things should be rather than him trying to watch the bar. So you would have seen there, I was trying to tap his chest. So tapping the center of his chest just between the nipple there or even just below, and trying to come down and hit that sternum and come back up. That's going to be one of the big things we'll do, is go kinetic rather than visual. When he was pushing back up, he was a little bit wonky. That's just going to get a little bit better with time. What we can do to help combat that is get on like a unilateral chest press. Just means we can push one side and push the other side. So what we can do is we can work on his strength by pushing both, and it'll be individual power on each side, make it go up, rather than one arm taking all the weight and the other one just kind of shrugging its way up. The other one is going to be making sure the bar stays even. So another little trick I use is I tie a skipping rope to the center of the bar, and we'll have that sitting in the middle, and that'll go up and down with him. Might be a little bit easier for him to see something visually, so really kind of highlight where the middle of the bar is. That might help out. In terms of pre-screening for this guy, I know for a fact he can pump out the push-ups, and so I knew that he was already going to be strong enough to at least do this one here. Actually, is a 15 kilo bar. So we've got the 15 kilo bar on here to make sure that he is able to do the movement, which I'm pretty comfortable with. So we can probably move him up in the next couple of weeks to a 20 kilo bar, maybe even a little bit of weight. I would be, he's pretty happy with that, a bit more weight. But those are the first kind of few things to look at. So we'll check in with this in say another week or 2, and we'll see how much more improvement we've had. I don't know, I might even add a few more to this video. But those are the big things we look for first up in coaching a bench press. So hopefully you can kind of see the prompts I use for the first time under a bench press. There has been a bit of pre-screening, knowing that he's going to be strong enough to do it, number 1. Number 2 is being very, very close, because obviously plenty of things can go wrong with a barbell. For example, one of those reps, he came down towards his own eyeballs, and then he was coming towards his neck, and I've had to kind of move that bar to make sure it's still hitting against that chest. Just greasing the joint, making sure that when we first start any of the movements, that they're as close to perfect as we can be, so that we're really inputting a very specific and good movement pattern to start off with, so we don't, over time kind of confuse Alex with what is good and what is bad, or how he remembers to do the exercise. We want to make sure we start, with something that's very, very quality. I believe the Bruce Lee saying, or I think it's Bruce Lee, Jet Li, well, I don't know, one of the ones was just, I would rather face a man who has done 1,000 different punches once than a man that has practiced one punch 1,000 times, because you grease that joint, you remember that pattern so well that it's going to allow you to be able to do it subconsciously, and you start getting really, really strong from that. So that was the first set we've ever done with Alex, so we're going to do a few more, and we'll tune in with you all very soon. Hey, show them what we did yesterday, remember that one? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and fingers. Ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah, those muscles. Good stuff, man. Give me a tap. Say bye. Yeah. Bye. Oh, bye.